Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to take a tour of Winnebago's top-of-the-line travel trailer. This is the 2024 Winnebago Voyage 2831RB. So the rear bath, or the RB is standing for rear bath. Big, open, spacious rear bath. This is also sitting on a drop frame, which means incredible exterior storage. A whole lot of good stuff going for it. Now, as you can see, it's starting to get a little dark here in Ohio. The time shift just happened. And I'm going to start on the outside just for a couple quick hitters, and then we're going to go around the outside, like normal. But what I like about this unit is it's a ton of interior space, not only in that rear bath, but also in the living room, because you have this huge, tall, wide slide, big old windows, everything you could possibly want in a travel trailer this size, with not the excess weight of adding additional slides. So I really like seeing that. Really good size, great natural lighting on the inside with the tinted windows. The drop frame, like I just mentioned, which you're going to see, right there. So that's going to be that drop frame. The reason why I like it is look how massive this pass-through storage is. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you're buying a Winnebago Voyage, you're not doing it to save money. These are a little bit more expensive, but you're getting a lot more for it as well. So not only the feature like the drop frame, but even the way that you work, your leveling system is pretty darn cool. So you're on the BAL. So this is going to be an American made, not only American made for the frame, but also on the stabilizing system. You have all your controls right here, so pretty darn neat. You don't see that too often. I've never sold a product with this before, so I'm really excited to test it out and try it out in general. But the stabilizing system, front right, rear right, all stab jacks, tongue jacks, everything is controlled from this one central hub. You're also going to see you have a battery disconnect right up here, spare tire built into the front tongue. That's also a little bit unique, a little bit different. Pretty darn nice. 2 propane tanks. Obviously that'll be full if you decide to purchase here from me, which my contact information, by the way, is down in the description. The diamond plating front cap, so that way you don't have to worry about rock chips, or anything of that nature. But you have this really kind of aggressive and sleek at the same time, the full fiberglass front cap, which is pretty nice. And you see these LED lights, so at night you can really see a good view. I mean, you can check it off the top of that propane. Really good visibility. So when you're hooking up to that tongue jack, you can really see what's going on no matter what time of day you are pulling in. Fully walkable roof, so go up there, check your seals, check your slides. You're more than comfortable to do that. You're also going to get solar panels up on the front. Slam latch doors, which is nice too. So a little bit heavier, but a little bit sturdier door. This is coming in at about 7,500 pounds dry for an overall GVWR of 10,400. You're also prepped for the 3-camera safety system. So 1 camera here, 1 on the other side, and then 1 heading up the back. So this floor plan is, again, the 2024 Winnebago Voyage 2831RB. You're going to get 2 entrances, 1 right here with the 3 aluminum steps. You got your dual axle with the Goodyear tires, so upgraded tires. Again, Winnebago, better insulation, better heat, better AC, tank heaters, all that good stuff. You're going to sell a lot of these to like your pipeliners or people doing the extended stay. JBL speakers, well-known house brand there. We all know JBL. They get really bumping, especially when you get into a travel trailer. Fantastic to see that. But then this is going to be the main entrance. So you have the metal, kind of what I would call like the weather doors or the weather steps that flip up into the doorway and stow away. You're also going to get a screen door, and this is also a friction hinge door too that can withhold up to 25 mile-per-hour winds. 3-year structural warranty, comfort tech package, and the Explore package. Basically what that means to you, upgraded unit, better insulation. Black tank flush, fancy sprinkler system there for your poop tank, and a spray port if you need access to water. If you're fishing or something like that, help you clean some stuff up. All right, but again, 2831RB, let's head on in. Right when you come in, you're going to get your control panel right on the wall. We'll get back to that, but you get a big old closet. I love seeing this. Look how big this thing is. You got a couple little octopus guys, waiting for a friendly jacket to come in. But I am a fairly large guy. If you've never seen my videos before, 1, hopefully you subscribe. But 2, I'm 6 feet tall, 300 to 290, depending on if I'm behaving myself. But look at that. And then the height in here. I'm lifting my arm up. That's the extension right there. Pretty darn cool to have a closet, that big. Spin this back around. Here's your Dometic control for your heat and your AC. But look at all the space that you get for the weight. One big, what I would consider a super slide with your theater seating directly across from the TV, a couple cup holders, and a place for some storage, and your dinette that drops down for a bed. And then, of course, again, like I just mentioned, that TV with some overhead storage, the JBL speakers. This is going to be the hookup zones A and B. So that's music inside and outside, so you can listen to it on both sides. And the Innaflame. So that is going to be basically a fancy space heater. Puts out 5,000 BTUs of heat. I'm sorry, 4,777 BTUs of heat. But it'll heat up roughly 500 square feet of RV, which in an RV this size, that's going to be all the heat that you need. So I love seeing that. And the height, and forgive me, I don't have my mic on. The height is pretty darn incredible. Again, 6 feet tall. I bet you're talking about, 7 feet tall for interior height. Now, the RB, the star of the show, it's what they named the camper after. Look at this bathroom. Big old mirror right here. Stainless steel sink. Look at all that floor space. And then you got the old porcelain throne. So if you're a bigger fella like myself, you can sit down, you're moving and grooving. You got plenty of shoulder, width in here to work around. You even have a little window, help suck out, maybe some of the steam or stank or whatever you're doing. It's also that fogged glass, so I like seeing that little extra privacy. Then you have a shower with a skylight, the Tri-Glide glass series, so you can get in and out a little bit easier. You can see right here, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't go, halfway like it would with the two. Let me spin this around so you can see what it's like with me standing in it. But plenty of space. It's not an overwhelming, amount of space, but it's not so small that you have to tape sponges to the walls and pull a little spin cycle, just to get in and out. You got a handsome man with a bowling gun right there, baby. The Blue Ox hat. Really nice storage for all your, your towels or maybe some blankets during your stowaway. Even a couple pull-out drawers as well. So you're going to get 2 of these, and they're fairly deep. And then the bottom one is going to be much larger. Then under here, clean cut storage. Maybe some cleaning supplies. A couple outlets. Just enough counter space to get the job done. Got a little door right here. But then we're back out, into the main area. So again, back to this slide. Tons of headroom. I mean, that is awesome. You're probably looking at about 6'1" for your clearance, so you don't have to worry about bonking your head. It also makes it feel much more spacious. It's a little bit more expensive and heavier way of doing it. But man, if you're staying in this for extended stay, that thing's going to pay dividends in your sanity, no doubt about that. Every window is also tinted and opens up for a really nice breeze. These 2 right here are emergency exits. So if for some reason you can't make it to the door, pull, push, and plop, you can get out in a hurry. The recliners are also going to be on that quick recline system. So even though this is going to be traditionally a couples coach, you can lay these down nearly flat, get your snooze on. If you're someone that sleeps in a recliner, I mean, I could do that all day long. That is going to be a primo spot for you. Now in the windows, one of my favorite features to ever point out is always that Dracula shade. Block out the sun, keep some nosy eyes out. You're living life good, making it really dark for your movie theater mode. Again, the TV right here with storage down below and up above. Let me give you a good view of that. You also have your AC right here, and you can see I've got it in the closed mode. This is all going to be running on what they call a racetrack. So basically, it'll kind of go in like a circle, and each AC will kind of take that air and whoosh, whoosh, push it around that racetrack, let it go round and round. If you don't want it to, open up that dump valve, disproportionately push all the cool air into this area, and hog it. If you know you're not going to be using that bedroom for a while, why push extra AC into that bedroom? So I like seeing the dump valve. Every RV's got it, but not everyone points it out, and I, for some reason, think that's a really important feature. So this is going to be your booth dinette. Really liking the way that this is. It's pretty classic booth dinette, but you do get some really nice kind of clean cut looking storage right there to go underneath. But then this right here, you can pull that little tab, and then it's one of those gravity fed ones where you push down, it sits on those little wooden knobs there, and you get some extra sleeping space now. So that's pretty good. Maybe a kid or 2. I don't think I'd be sleeping on there, but kid would have no problem. I got 4 kids at home, and no doubt they would have no issues with it. 1 USB and a universal C, and then 2 outlets there as well. Again, all windows open up for a nice breeze. Flip it on around. You have an above average size refrigerator. I mean, check out how awesome this is. I love seeing that. Let's see here. Norcold Demand the Bear. I guess it's the Norcold Bear refrigerator. And you got a freezer. Demand the Bear. Might want to pause on that. Maybe you can read about that. Anyone that says Demand the Bear with an American flag, that's worthy of a pause and a read a Rooney about it. Another thing that I really like about the Winnebagos in general is their decor line. Now, they just came out with a new line. It's a much less expensive, the Access, and they kept the same cabinet, so I'm interested to get one of those in. But I like that kind of that blue look, and then up top you get that kind of neutral, more, it's kind of a dual zone kind of decor option. I mean, look at that. Just looks sharp. So right over here, you got your Suburban. If you're not familiar with RV ovens, pretty standard here. So 3 stovetop burner with a glass top. You also have, you know, just enough room to maybe cook up some cookies, maybe a pizza or some of those fancy Cornish hens. Fit a couple of those. My mom used to make those for me as a kid, and they were delicious. Fuse box, so if something's not working, it'll glow up nice and red for you. Plenty of storage underneath the sink. Bada binga, bada boom. 4 pull-out drawers right here. Still, I mean, that's an incredible length. But again, all that countertop space, enough outlets. You're going to notice it's got that little corner cutout right there. That's because in the bedroom, you get a really nice closet, which I'll show you here, you know, in just a second. You got the black glass right there, looking sharp as ever. Look at that. You got a little ledge to help things kind of stay into place. And then you do have, even though you have an oven, this is an interesting choice. Don't see this too much. Even though you do have an oven, you get a convection microwave. So kind of dual zone right there. So you can use both. You know, that's pretty nice. I'm not sure why they did that. Most brands don't. But I'm not arguing with it. More places to cook. All right. Now we're heading up into the bedroom Rooney. Both sides, you're going to get overhead storage, but also some places for some hanging clothes. I'm not sure what they call this style. The rep had some sort of fancy name for it. I'm not much of a fancy guy, so I don't really know, but it's kind of that hanging top where you have that opening right there. And instead of having some extra kind of just stuff just placed there, you got an opening for like a CPAP machine and the appropriate plugins there, you know, as well. Here's going to be your other AC. Again, it's going to be on that racetrack system, so that's nice to have. Open up that dump valve. You're ready to go. But it also indicates that it's 50 amp, just in case you didn't know. Second entrance with another screen door, so really nice for like kind of a fall day like today. More hanging room, can't get enough storage. This thing definitely excels in that area. And then your other control, you know, for your heat and AC. And then you also are inverter prepped and a hookup, you know, for if you want to put in like a TV here, so you can hook it up to like the cable, satellite, you know, whatever. But all right, I think that about wraps it up here for the inside portion of the tour. Again, this is the 2024 Winnebago Voyage 2831RB, their rear bath. But again, look at all that space. Big old slide right here with the height of 6'1", big windows, lots of countertop space, big old bath with entertainment that's in a great place. Definitely going to be more suitable for, you know, more extended stay. And that brings us back up to the front. The old Winnebago classic right here. I always like the way Winnebago does that W. This thing is really nice. Main slide control, awning control, entry lights, main lights, security lights, awning lights. The water heater. I'm sorry, I'm just cracking myself up. I'm an idiot. So right here, you got all your buttons for, you know, black 1, black 2, gray 1, gray 2, gray 3. Man, we're getting into it. But that right there is where you can check all your levels. And I'll make sure to put a link in the description so you can check out, you know, all the specs. So absolutely massive awning. I'm going to guess off the top of my head, probably somewhere around 20 feet. But since it is dark, you can see all the exterior light. You see it is actually dark. And big old light here. All those LEDs running underneath with a really nice size awning. You got your stabilizing jacks on each one of the corners. I don't know why I mentioned that. Everyone's got it. A receiver, which I believe holds 500 pounds, maybe 300 pounds. So like a bike rack or anything like that would be suitable. A ladder, which is pretty darn nice. Not every brand is even going with ladders anymore, as I'm sure you've realized. But again, fully walkable roof because they build these a little bit nicer, you know, than a lot of RVs. That little black box right there is going to be where you're prepped up for the rear observation camera. Probably cost you somewhere around 700 bucks or so to put a good one on. But that's definitely the route to go. It comes with a little 4.5 inch, 5 inch screen, so when you're driving down the road, you can see what's going on behind you with distance markers. Makes it a little bit safer, a little bit easier. They also have the ability to put on a slide topper. If you're not familiar with the slide topper, it's a piece of awning that goes from here to here, and it protects any debris from falling on top of your camper, eventually leading into a potential leak. Because if it gets in that that little slide cover right there, that little slide seal, that's where the leaks come from. It's usually from that bonehead moment. You don't realize that there is, a tree branch on there or nuts or whatever. There's going to be the dump. Laminated sidewalls. Nice and secure and sturdy. It's going to be where you're going to fill up your potable water. It's going to be right there, the other side of that 3-camera safety system. Don't forget that. That allows you to have no blind spots. So I can put my camera right up next to it. That's the view you're going to get when you're driving down the road. So between this one, the campsite, and the rear one, there's really no excuse to be getting into arguments over, over backing up into a tree or anything. This is going to be your docking station. So satellite hookup, park cable. Your Go Power lets you know what the solar panels are doing. And then you have hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower out here, along with your winterization. You even got a place where you can unscrew it to get a hose access, directly down. And again, that drop frame, that is just nice and general to have. But guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope to see you next time. Hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Winnebago Voyage 2831RB. See ya.